everybody to the Kitchen Table Happy Hour series. It is the last Thursday in July. We are in the middle of the summer, and it's actually warm here in the most northwest corner, the most northwest city, the most northwest state in the lower 48. And I'm going to use the word warm because I heard on the news today it's 112 degrees in Nevada. So I think that is, if that's what hot is, we're here at 78 and we're sweating away here. I've got my summer shirt on and I'm in the shade because I just can't take it. It's 78 degrees. But you know what? 78 degrees in Washington feels like 112 in Nevada. I think there's something like that. For reasons I don't know and can't explain. Here we are, the last Thursday, and this is our last happy hour. We've been broadcasting weekly since the very start of the lockdown back there in March. And we're going to take a couple weeks off. But as it was noted just a few moments ago, we're not really taking the time off because next weekend is the 20th annual Subdued String Band Jamboree, and we hope you all tune in either via the radio, listen to it, or you can be watching it here on the Facebook, on the YouTube, or right on the website. We'll be broadcasting the 20th annual Subdued String Band Jamboree. Here we go. Oh, in the summertime. For an hour or so, was it a day I don't really know, where the sun never sets, where the trees hang low by the sweet rolling sea. You forgive me for what I did, for what I didn't do, for keeping it hid. Did I lose my mind when I tried to get rid of everything I see in the summertime? Oh, in the summertime. Got the heart and you got the blood. We can cut through fire, we can cut through mud. There came the warning before the flood, setting everyone free. Strangers meddled in our affairs, poverty and shame were there. But all that suffering's not to be compared with the glory that is to be in the summertime. Oh, in the summertime. When you were with me, oh, in the summertime, when you were with me. This would have been my 20th summer playing Happy Hour down at Boundary Bay Brewery here in Bellingham, Washington. And we are not gathering in bars and having live music in bars, so we're gathering in small places because physically distancing is mandatory, but suffering is optional. So we have to be creative to figure out how to make the most fun with what's available to us here. And there's certain songs that I only play at happy hour. They never happen when I'm on the road playing my songs, but there's just things that happen when I'm in the beer garden and I have a few Boundary Bay beers in me. There's certain songs that creep out, so I'm going to do one of those right now. Sherry was a waitress at the only joint in town. She had a nasty reputation of being a girl who'd been around Main Street after midnight, a cold six-pack of beer, a cigarette between her lips, a beer between her legs. She'd go down to the river to meet with all her friends, and the road goes on forever. The party never ends. Sonny was a loner, older than the rest. He was going in the Navy, but he couldn't pass the test. So he hung around the town, sold a little pot, got caught up with Sonny. One day he was caught. He was back in business when they set him free again. Well, the road goes on forever. The party never ends. At the joint where Sherry works, when some drunken out-of-towner puts a hand up Sherry's skirt. Sonny takes the pool cue, plays the sucker on the floor, puts $1 in the tip jar, walks on out the door. She's running after him, reaching for his hand. The road goes on forever, and the party never ends. Out of the pickup, so he jammed it into gear. Said over to Sherry, let's get on out of here. Stars were in the sky, the moon was in the east. Oh, the sun, it was just setting when they reached Miami Beach. Got a motel by the water and a quart of Bombay gin. The road goes on forever. Party, 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 party never ends. Of money, but Sonny knew a man who knew some Cuban refugees dealt in contraband. Sonny met the Cubans in a motel off the road with a suitcase full of money and a pistol in his boot. Cards were on the table when the law came crashing in. Oh, the road goes on forever. The party never ends. Sonny grabbed the money, Cubans grabbed the jack. Sonny broke out the bathroom, window in the back. Sherry drove the pickup through the alley on the side. When the lawman tackled Sonny, he was reading him his rights. She steps into the alley with a single shot for 10. Oh, the road goes on forever. The road goes on forever. The road goes on forever, and the party never ends. Made him back to the motel before the break of day. Sonny says to Sherry, good looking, I gotta make my getaway. Stars are in the sky, he gave her all the money, and he blew a little kiss. Say if they asked you how this happened, tell them I forced you into this. She's watching his taillights disappear around the bend. Well, it's Main Street after midnight, just like it was before. Sherry walks into the local grocery store. Headlines read that Sonny steps up to the counter with a cold 6-pack of beers. Headlines read that Sonny is going to the chair. She steps into this alleyway, steps out in front of the store where there's waiting for her a new Mercedes Benz. So the road goes on forever, and the party never ends. Thank you very much. And we've got a small, physically distanced audience. Physically distanced. We're not socially distanced. We're socially cohesing in any way that's available to us because, as I mentioned before, physical distance is mandatory, but suffering is optional. So I played Robert Earl Keen. The road goes on forever and the party never ends because we have to keep the party going here through all of this physical distancing, which means I think everyone's showering less, which is good. That's using less water. That's one positive aspect of the physical distancing. So you have to look for these little nuggets where we can find them. And David, what's going on over there? Captain of the ship, and we may have reached cruising elevation. David Penderlofgren over there, captain of the ship. What's going on in the control room?
Well, Samantha Beebe says TGI 5 o'clock happy hour. What a week. Been thinking a lot about your tree planting project and how spectacular it could be.
Oh, yes. These are the things we talk about at happy hour and then forget. My big idea, see, this is the thing. COVID's rising with the 18 to 30-year-olds. We need to take all of them, send them out to plant trees, hang out with each other, and don't come around the rest of us. And it's a plan. It needs some editing. That's why we're going to elect people who can take care of that editing for us. That's why we got here. We're going to elect Alicia Rule, and we're looking forward to her helping with this sort of big thinking here. David, what else is going on?
Well, Wendy Cole is happy to see us. She said rocking the masks, but I don't know what that means.
Well, I have one available to rock at any point. I call this a quick draw. I wouldn't wear this in a grocery store now. I'd go for something a little bit tighter fit. But, when out on a cruise, on a walk, you want the quick draw, And then we've learned sometimes people on the walk, they don't actually do a quick draw all the way, but sometimes they'll just put their hand on it to show that they appreciate that you're wearing a mask, and they would be wearing a mask if they had quick drawn quicker. That probably happens to you. They just do this, got it right here. We're all doing the best. Well, we're not all doing the best we can now, are we? But we're learning as we go, that's for sure. And as has been also mentioned at this happy hour before, that for the secular amongst us, we have a chance to really feel like born-again Christians, where we can walk around and sort of judge each other all the time about what level of sinning each of us are participating in, and we feel self-righteous about the decisions we've made, and we all are critical of others, yet we are all sinning in the distancing. We're doing the best. Well, we aren't doing the best we can. We are trying to do the best we can. David, what else is going on? I've run that one into the ground.
Traveling Miles is with us.
Yeah!
And Jennifer Richmond says, Terry and Jennifer watching intently.
Traveling Miles was just about to get his show on the road this spring. He was going to come to Bellingham and do a week of gigs. It was cool. He was going to play Colsham Brewery, and he was going to play Stone's Throw Brewery, and he was going to do 7 different gigs all around Bellingham, which goes against all common thinking with live music. But actually, I love the idea because the thing about it is the people who go to Colsham Brewery are not the same people who go to Boundary Bay Brewery, or not the same people who go to Good. So just make a tour of Bellingham, play all 7 spots. I mean, a guy like me plays to 25 people a night, so why am I traveling 2,500 miles between gigs, or even 25 miles between gigs? Well, let's get some more music going. I am feeling on a roll, though, I must say. Feeling good here right out the gate here. It's our last Thursday of Happy Hour before we take a break. Taking a break for the 20th annual Subdued String Band Jamboree. So that means we're not quite there, but nearly half of my life, every summer I've had a jamboree. In a few more years, I will be at the 50% of my life point, assuming I keep going. With both things, life and the jamboree. David, let's play some music together. I think that's right. I get 1 year older, the jamboree gets 1 year older. But my life, it's sort of a math. You're with me there. The people are seeing this. Once there's 25 jamborees, we're about halfway. David Penderlofgren right here. The captain has left the control. So we don't know. We could go dead at any point, and we wouldn't notice it. I mean spiritually, the signal, not our own life. We're not that kind of, we're not a morbid band. We're not on that tip. afraid to get it wrong, not afraid to fail. Not afraid of freedom, I'm not afraid of going to jail. Not afraid of slavery, and I'm not afraid of choice. Not afraid of making the decision to use my own voice. I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid it's true. I'm afraid of you. Not afraid of too much noise, not afraid of silence. Not afraid of death, and I am not afraid of violence. Not afraid of dying, and I'm not afraid of rebirth. Not afraid of dreaming before what it is worth. I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid it's you. I'm afraid it's true. I'm afraid of you. Not afraid to get it right, I'm not afraid to get it wrong. Not afraid of success, I'm not afraid to sing Hank's song. Not afraid of the darkness, and I'm not afraid of the light. But when I lie alone in my bed at night, I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid it's true. I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of you, but I love you too. I'm afraid it's true. I'm afraid of you. We got some neighbors showing up here. Welcome, everybody. We are hosted in the Columbia neighborhood of Bellingham, so we are even more so in the most northwest corner, the most northwest city, the most northwest state, in the lower 48 than sometimes we are in other corners of the city. But we're always, as far as I'm concerned, in the most northwest corner. Just sometimes, like today, we're a little bit more so. Looking at the raspberry bushes, and the raspberries are just about over. Just a few more raspberries. Is it still raspberry season in Nevada? Let us know. St. Louis? Do they grow raspberries in St. Louis? Do they know it's raspberry time at all? Wake in the half-light, and the birds singing summertime. Hold me, April, over your shoulder, your hand took mine. Making it all disappear. Making it all disappear. Morning moonlight, hanging on sheet on your head. You slid to the day it all disappear. It all disappear. Right now we know if we go slow, clock is erased. Get left behind. And if there's a breeze on a warm spring morning, birds in your warmth and twilight mind will take it and keep it. On a murder dark days beats down our gaze, we'll replace it with some April. Making it all disappear. Making it all disappear. Making it all disappear. Making it all disappear. Wake in the half-light and the birds singing summertime. We're so wrapped up in the moment of this pandemic that we're in, and people are dying, and people are getting sick, and even people who recover are having long-term effects. And we're well aware of the fact that there's been a void of leadership in this country, and we are a witness to the fact that other countries with leadership are having very different results. And we're so caught up, I'm so caught up in this, we forget the fact that the President of the United States was soliciting help from a foreign nation in his election campaign. That seems so long ago, and that's a big deal. You can't do that. That's against the law. And so I'm just going to take us back to that moment. Let's not lose track of that. That's something that should be, it's less than a year ago. If you missed the news this week, if you missed the news, if you missed the news this week, July 25, 19, there was a phone call 1 year and 5 days ago from the White House to the Ukraine. Trump said to President Zelensky, I would like you to do us a favor. I would like you to do us a favor, though. Investigate Burisma and the Bidens. I know you need guns and money. Maybe you want to come over and see me. If you want your 400 million, I would like you to do us a favor. the news this week, if you missed the news, if you missed the news this week. Volcker State Department sent to Sondland the ambassador. If Ukraine wants to come to D.C. for recognition, most important is for Zelensky to say he will help with the investigation. If you missed the news this week, if you missed the news, if you missed the news this week. Volcker said to Zelensky's advisor, I heard from the White House, if Zelensky convinces Trump, he will investigate. For your visit to D.C., we will nail down a date. U.S. election law, Title 52. It is unlawful to solicit a thing of value in connection with the federal election from a foreign national. Secretary of State Pompeo was on the phone call. Vice President Pence got a transcript of the phone call. Ukraine ambassador fired before the phone call. The head of the Republican Party in Wisconsin, myself, was made to distribute foreign aid. In this case, not distribute foreign aid before the phone call. I would like you to do us a favor. I would like you to do us a favor, though. I would like you to do us a favor. I would like you to do us a favor. At first, Trump said there was no quid pro quo. Then he said, get over it. It's okay, you know. I've lied so many times before, and no one stopped me. The Republicans in the Senate won't convict me because they fear me. And in my great and unmatched wisdom, I'm above the law. That was on our minds for a while, you know. That was really a big part of our winter. And it seemed like that might be the most exciting thing that happened in 2020. And now it seems like just part of a long list of lies and abuse that we've suffered from this president. But he's recognizing that he's not popular, and now he's going for the pity vote, saying the only reason they don't like me is my personality, which is an interesting angle. One I've not seen employed successfully. You know, the only reason people don't like me is because of who I am. You know, and that's not fair. Okay. All right. Well, let's stay in that kind of zone then. We'll go to our rally song. If you haven't already gone to stringbandjamboree.com, I encourage you to do so because we have the String Band Jamboree coming up next weekend. And that's what I got here. We got the bandanas going on, String Band Jamboree bandanas available, as well as t-shirts and hoodies. And I'm going to be in big trouble if people don't buy some things from the merchandising. People are. I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm just saying I'm selling you a really good time next weekend, and I hope you're going to buy it. Got bicyclists coming by here in the alley. We are physically distanced, but we're choosing to take the option of not suffering today. Except for those who are in the heat, they're suffering a little bit. But if you live in Washington State, it's good to suffer in the heat every now and then because it's gone soon. It's gone soon. And it's going to be a long, cold winter. But store some of that heat in our brain, and we remember this feeling when it rains next April, and it has been raining all winter. Just kind of take a minute and feel the heat and remember the feeling of being warm. Yeah. Not in a, I remember it was warm and I wish it was warm now kind of way, but more in a, I remember being warm, it'll be warm again kind of way. You know, that's what we're going for here. 113 degrees in Nevada. I'm worried. Lady in the bay holds a promise of breathing free. We feel the glow of the torch when our eyes can hardly see. You weren't born to be the master. I wasn't born to be the mule. When the law is holding us back, we get together and change the rules. Our grandchildren's grandchildren will inherit the earth and sun. We'll use our 2020 vision to leave it cool for everyone. We're all on the same ship, ice melting, water rising, with all hands on deck cutting carbon. I see a new sun rising. 'Cause we're born to win, we're born to win. Sunshine State to the Golden Gate, Great Lakes State to the Bluegrass State. We're born to win, tax cuts go to the wealthy, food stamps cut from the poor. After 40 years of trickle down, not gonna let them trickle us anymore. Mother can't afford the medication, sister killed in Iraq. Billionaires fly to the Bahamas in a limousine jet. Still we persist and still we persist. Still we persist and still we persist. He can only sleep in one bed, only sit in one chair. I see too many people living on the streets. Gonna have to help the billionaires share. 'Cause we're born to win, we're born to win. Great Lakes, go high. Sunshine State to the Golden Gate, Great Lakes State to the Bluegrass State. We're born to win. Freedom is access to health care. Freedom is no student debt. Freedom is breakfast and dinner. Freedom is a good night's rest. Freedom is being any color, walking every street without fear of violence, working on your dreams. Freedom is clean air. Freedom is drinking clean water. We can do anything if we keep our heads together. 'Cause we're born to win, we're born to win. Sunshine Atlantic State to the Golden Gate, Great Lakes State to the Bluegrass State. Born away, born, not me, us. It's not all about me. Not me, us. No one can do it alone. Not me, us. It takes millions of people. Not me, us. To fight for justice. Not me, us. No one can do it alone. Not me, us. It takes millions of people. Not me, us. To fight for justice. Not me. Oh. 'Cause I'm born to win. Born to win. Oh. Empire State to equality. Empire State to the volunteer state. Old Line State to the equality state. Evergreen State to the Treasure State. Great Lakes State to the Golden Gate. Lost track of the states there at the end. Gotta let you know that. Gotta let you know. Gotta come open. I know people say you make a mistake, the audience doesn't notice, only you notice. Well, that is a truth. It's not the only truth, though. And when I clearly am flailing around for the lyric, I feel like you're noticing too. So then I want to talk about it in hopes of growing together and just alleviating my awkwardness, I suppose, is the thing. So it's really more for me than it is for you. You're thinking, Robert, a little rehearsal. Maybe a little rehearsal next time would kind of get you through the songs without this kind of intimate sharing after the song about your feelings. Okay, we're moving along. David, how are we doing over there?
Great, Robert.
Okay, great. That's what I'm looking for. That's I'm looking for positive affirmation. How's the dog doing?
He's awesome.
Does the dog like the heat?
No.
No. Well, I don't know. Looks like a smile. I think dogs smile.
He
Yeah.
smiles.
It's a good time. Music helps.
Music helps? All right. I'll do this one on my own, David, and then bring it back for a couple more. And then, of course, we've got our in-house guest. Excited to hear him. Sounded so great 2 weeks ago. And Philip Hofmann will be coming out to play some songs here at the midway point. The writer of the song City of Subdued Excitement, of which I'm always happy to play. You remember when you first got your mobile phone and you never got a solicitation because somehow that wasn't possible, and that was like, wow, those days are gone. But I had a great chat with a Comcast salesman recently, and it was fantastic because he said, well, you know, I noticed you don't have any TV service. And I said, yeah, I don't have any TV service because I don't have a TV. He goes, well, you know, you can go out and buy a TV for not that much money. I thought it was fantastic. I was like, not only was he was kind of concerned for me. You know, he was taking the conversation to the next level, which was like, come on, man. It's like, pull it together and buy a TV. There's a world of entertainment waiting for you out there. I said I like to read, and then we got talking about different authors. It was fantastic. Lovecraft. That's an author, right, Philip? Yeah, Lovecraft. He was into Lovecraft. Yeah.
Spooky.
Yeah. I've never loved Lovecraft. I've never read Lovecraft. I've never loved Redcraft. But I was chatting about literature with a Comcast salesman, and that made my day. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really feel it. Choices long mulled over, questioned. Brought us to these mornings. Was no map, but we found the road signs. Internal nocturnal. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really feel it. The sun sets so early some nights. I used to view it as an invitation. Now I'm resigned. It's just an early cancellation. It's not that I won't make it through. There's still plenty I want to do. I'll push through it and all the flying. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really feel it. I don't even know who lives here. I don't know who bought this last 6-pack of beer. I don't know who drank it. I don't know who's drinking it now. There's a beautiful field in a land that is fair. Happy landings to you. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really feel it. Sometimes I kind of like this voice at their end of the line, helping me out from a call center. It's like they've become a friend of mine. Puts me in a good mood, then it's over too soon, and I feel like they're feeling it too. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really feel it. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really feel it. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really believe it. Sometimes I feel it. What's going on out there in Comet Land, my friend David Penderloffen, the captain of the ship? He came back here to the galley where the band was playing in the corner, and he turns out he was in the band, but he's got to go back. What do we call the area where the captain of the ship is behind the wheels? The stern? Aft? Bow? Captain's deck.
It depends on the ship, Robert.
Depends on the ship. Depends on the ship. I did hear a report they're doing it good up there in Alaska. The ships haven't stopped going to people's town. COVID is okay in Alaska. I heard a good report about that. Not that I'm any authority or should be talking like some sort of news. Moving right along. David, any comments I should be aware of?
Well, it sounds like Melissa Colleen Helzer needs some blackberries.
Oh, Melissa, I've been thinking about you. I've been seeing his posts, and I'm just wishing you the best for these last few months. So I've been negligent in a personal correspondence, but I just want to say, thinking of you, good health to you.
Henry St. Clair Wortman says, waiting for my subdued t-shirt so I can properly host the St. Louis iteration.
Nice. Nice.
And that all the raspberries are picked here by June.
Well, they wake up very early in the morning there in the Middle West. They're famous for being hard workers. Now, it takes people here. We're not famous for that. No one says, Pacific Northwesterner, you must be a hard worker. No, they say that about the Middle West. And Henry just proved it. They get up early enough that they can pick all the raspberries by June, whereas here we are at 1st of August, and we're still dragging, and we're not done yet.
Samantha Beebe wants to hear, she says, can you guys do It Ain't Far to the Bar? That one's jammin'.
We can do that one. Not just yet. Not just yet, but we can do that one.
Tom Garcia says, I'm sad I'm not there. And Janet Leitner says, love, peace, and music.
Aw, Janet, nice to hear from you. And Tom Garcia, great saxophone player, moved to Bellingham at a time when there was another saxophone player by the name of Thomas in town who played in every band in Bellingham at the time, and so that was a tough go for Tom Garcia as a saxophone player to move to Bellingham at that time. Now they're both gone. There's no more Thomases on saxophone in Bellingham at the moment, so you know, I hope that both of them come back because love them both, miss them both. David, let's do a couple more tunes together here.
I feel obliged to say that Thomas Harris, I know you play the saxophone. I see you, and I recognize you as the saxophone player in Bellingham.
I don't know you, Thomas Harris. I'd love to get to know you. And my apologies. Geez, for a while there, chances were pretty good it was Thomas on sax, wasn't it? I think Thomas Garcia went away to build some sort of things in the world, like, you know, heavy things, which is amazing to me. You know, there's people who have these jobs and they go away from home and they build these massive things that all of us drive on to get to other places. And it's hard work. Even the people with the sign, you know, that I don't think I'd last an hour at that job. That's a tough job. And the thing is, yeah, I get a little lazy. I blow the lyric. I make a joke about it. They get a little lazy. Somebody dies. And everybody's mad at them because they're holding the sign that says that they got to stop. It's like, that's a tough job. I really sing this one out to Thomas and everybody out there who's ever had to hold a sign in the hot sun. That's a tough job. I'm awed by bridges that fill me with wonder, that fill me with awe. Don't neglect the grandeur. Hands poured the pilings, smooth concrete. Lifted the stones, laid out the vision. With the eyes at the desk, pencil in hand, cup of coffee, paper and calculation. Architects with the plans, artists with the design, engineer with equations, men and women of desire. Politicians pass legislation, funded bills, the ways and means. Tax collector collected, clerk carried the one. Put it in the right pile, paid the bill in April. Put it off, the addition. Didn't have the money, maybe next year. So we could all get somewhere else, other end of the valley, across the Russian River, Lake Pontchartrain. Fields and fields, redwood trees. Here's out in the ocean, ships across sea. And if it's rain, we might not notice. If the radio's strong, we might not see. Just take it for granted. All that's been expanded, all the hands it took to get to the other side. Awed by bridges, lights low, feeling a little lost. I listen to you sing, I listen to you sing, listen to you sing. Put the kettle on, I sat down, I listen to you sing, I listen to you sing. Close my eyes, close my eyes. I listen to you sing, I listen to you sing, I listen to you sing. I head home, my eyes wet, I listen to you sing, I listen to you sing, listen to you sing. Turn my lamp down low, I shut out the lights, I listen to you sing, I listen to you sing, I listen to you sing. Outside my window, I saw stars. Listen to you sing, I listen to you sing, listen to you sing. Open the door, stepped into the night. I listen to you sing, I listen to you sing, I listen to you sing. Well, we'll do one more, as I like to remind myself it's happy hour. And we got the great Philip Hofmann, a new recruit to the most northwest corner, the most northwest city, the most northwest state in the lower 48, coming to play a few songs where we have a chance to stretch our legs and refresh ourselves, and we all get a chance to hear his great songs. So this one's all going out to Samantha and everybody else in Nevada who is experiencing 112 degrees today. That's hot. I mean, by all measures, that's hot. I don't think there's anybody who would say they're comfortable with that. It ain't far to the bar, but it's such a long way back. I swear that I lay off of that talk, just don't add up. Oh, I can't stop it because I'm on one one-way track. It ain't far, to the bar, it's such a long way back. Swore that I'd lay off of that talk, just don't add up, oh I can't stop it, cause I'm on a one-way track. Listen now, bartender, don't you push me through that door. I told you once and I will tell you one time more. I will sit here and I will be of good cheer. I will be very quiet if I can have one more beer. It ain't far, to the bar, but it's such a long way back. Swear that I'd lay off with that talk, just don't let up, oh I can't stop it, cause I'm on a one-way track. Oh, the Western Swing Bow run all the way from the Seaholm Hill neighborhood over here to the Columbia neighborhood. Ah! Just don't add up, oh I can't stop it, cause I'm on a one-way track. Yes, you've heard right, there will be a string band jamboree. Yes, you can attend it at your home, don't you see? We aren't gathering in groups larger than 5. We're doing it so us and our neighbors can stay alive. It ain't far, to the bar, but it's such a long way back. I swear that I'd lay off with that talk, just don't add up, oh I can't stop it, cause I'm on a one-way track. Oh yes, you can tune in on the screen of your choice. Use Facebook or Google. Let me Google that for you. You can find the stream next Friday and Saturday, it's true, but don't come looking at us on Thursday, cause the kitchen table for the couple of weeks is through. It ain't far, to the bar, but it's such a long way back. I swear that I'd lay off that talk, just don't let up, oh I can't stop it. So I'm on. Just because you don't get the chance to hear Western Swing Bower on very often or ever, because this is the first ever Western Swing Bower honest. Let's give them another go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, yo. It ain't far, to the bar, but it's such a long way back. I swore that I'd lay off of that talk, just don't add up, oh I can't stop it, cause I'm on a one-way. I'm on a one-way. I'm on a one-way track to the screen of my choice. Next Friday and Saturday is when I will rejoice. I didn't think it was happening, but it's really happening, can't you see? It's the 20th annual Subdued String Band Jamboree. It ain't far, to the bar, it's such a long way back. I swear that I'd lay off of that talk, just don't add up, oh I can't stop it, cause I'm on a one-way track. Alright, we're going to take a moment here and have some songs from our good friend Philip Hofmann. So we're going to step aside, we're going to remove things that we touch and see, well not see, touch primarily, and get out of the way for Philip. And he's going to give a moment for the air to clear.
All right, do not want to get aerosol droplets on Robert's beverage. That would be wrong in so many ways, so many ways. These are weird times, COVID times. So a lot of what I've been doing is kind of like this. I've been hunkered in my bunker, kind of bored and kind of scared. I want to see my friends, but there's this virus in the air. I'm feeling social, but so distant from the people on the screens. In our digital Decameron, swapping stories, songs, and memes. Mama's nature fired a warning shot and sent us to our rooms to think about the way we do these stupid things we do, like that Anthropocene extinction that we passed off with a shrug, and how it looks a whole lot different when that extinctee is us. Whoa, did not see this coming, didn't want to cramp my style, floating on a life raft down a river of denial. There's a long list of changes we need to get behind. We've been doing this wrong so long, and now we're running out of time. We've been buying stuff and building stuff on rickety foundations, grabbing all the goodies but ignoring implications, like this planet's infrastructure that's keeping us alive is just as good at doing stuff that we might not survive. I did not see this coming, didn't want to cramp my style, floating on a life raft down a river of denial. There's a long list of changes we need to get behind, 'cause we've been doing this wrong so long, and now we're running out of time. Pandemics, fires, and famine, flooding coastal cities, flood the atmosphere with carbon, and the end game isn't pretty. Bad stuff is gonna happen, and this is just a taste. We got a perfectly good crisis, let's not let it go to waste. 'Cause we know damn well it's coming, and we've known it for a while. Let's get real and deal and quit all of this living in denial. 'Cause there's a long list of changes we need to get behind. We've been doing this wrong so long. Now we're running out of time. All right, thank you. You know, it's not the kind of thing you want to say in happy hour, but this is not the first disaster that is lined up if we keep playing things like we are. So I want to remind everybody to vote.
Yeah.
For people that want to deal with this stuff rather than try to convince you it ain't going on. Yeah. You know, some of you might be saying, like, that's really an awesome T-shirt you're wearing, Philip. And the thing is, if you live in Bellingham and you go to 2526 Colshan on Sunday between noon and 3. You can get a T-shirt like this for yourself. You can get they have the posters now, and the poster is beautiful. You want this poster. So go shopping. It's for a good cause. Okay, this song is called A Drunk English Teacher in a Subjunctive Mood. Because that's what it's about. It's girls' night out every third Saturday, and she's the T in the Alibi Lounge PTA. It seems the husbands were asses and the students, oh shits. They were plotting divorces, she was fixing to quit. Then 3 G&Ts or so into the night, he walks into the bar room. Ooh, new Mr. Right. He's all rangy and lean, and she likes him like that. He rocks a new Levi's jacket and an old Stetson hat. She thinks we're this a movie and we're I the star. We drive into the sunset in a big shiny car. Were my doubts, my demons not holding me back, I would fly out of here and I'd never look back. She'd go full brazen hussy, buy him a drink. He'd be something simple, not fancy bourbon, she thinks. She'd be flirty and clever, but she'd hold something back. She'd make him work for it, and he would ask her to dance. Then later at his place, all paneled in pine, he'd admire her underwear. Damn, you look fine. He'd give her one longing look with those deep, soulful eyes, and they'd have the best sex ever had in their lives. Thinking we're this a movie and we're I the star. We drive into the sunset in a big shiny car. Where my doubts and my demons not holding me back, I would fly out of here and I'd never look back. So she'd move into his place, give that woman's touch. He'd be secretly grateful, but he wouldn't say much. They'd make beautiful children, and they'd all look like him. Go on family vacations, 6 Flags, Disneyland. But then he takes out his wallet, pays for his beer, says, "Good night, Jimmy, guess I'm out of here." She turns back to her friends, thinking, what can you do? I'm just a drunk English teacher in a subjunctive mood. Oh, but we're the some movie and we're I the star. We drive into the sunset in a big shiny car. Where my doubts, my demons not holding me back, I would fly I would fly. I would fly out of here and I'd never look back. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So this song is called Amour, Amame, Amour, which means love, loves to love, love. I came across that in something I was reading, and the author said that this was something coined by James Joyce, and I'm going to take the author's word for it, other than reading Ulysses right now. I just, I'm busy. Yeah. You read Ulysses, Robert? You got a James Joyce sticker on your guitar.
Yeah, I've read pages.
Pages of it, yes. That puts you ahead of me, because there are lots of those. There's lots of those. Anyway, so yeah. Some kid in her homeroom said he liked her. Well, that put her head in a spin. So she's changing her hair. Does he notice or care? Who's the new girl here now in her skin? This thing that she feels more exciting, more real than anything she's felt before. Just saying his name is such delicious pain. Amour, amame, amour. Love loves to love, love. Who knows the whys and wherefores? Or the goddess at play deep in our DNA. Amour, amame, amour. Out on the sidewalk below the new girlfriend's apartment, he's looking distracted and lost. Though his brain plays a trailer of low points and failures, maybe this time the stars won't be crossed. Don't screw this up now, he says to himself. Just go up there and knock on her door. You want her in your life for the rest of your life. Amour, amame, amour. Love loves to love, love. You step on a spinning dance floor, and you turn and you turn, oh, you yearn and you burn. Amour, amame, amour. Now that he's gone, she can't stand that old song, but she won't touch the radio dial. The ache of the tune fills her heart in the room. She can't help herself though, and she smiles. Once she took a chance at a USO dance years ago near the end of the war. Now his name's on a stone with a space for her own. Amour, amame, amour. Love loves to love, love. But you're not alone anymore, as you know, so just go and slow dance with your ghost. Amour, amame, amour, amour. Amame, amour. Thank you. Got one more. And this is a love song to this little city in the northwest corner of the northwest whatever that I found myself in. And it's always been my dream to hear Robert play this song at happy hour, which has happened. It's virtually happened. It has virtually happened, which has made me very happy. And anyway, this song is called "A City of Subdued Excitement." I'm right now from Sudden Valley on my hub-built Franken bike. Got the moonrise over my shoulder, and up ahead, those city lights. I'm looking for excitement, something wild but subdued. I am rolling down the railroad trail. I got things I want to do. I want some hot house jazz. I want to dance the night away. I want the music. I want the moonlight shining down on Boundary Bay. I want to waltz with dancing gypsies. I want treasure from the trove. I am searching for Satori before we go up in smoke. Uh-oh, menace round the cabin, hearing rumors in the night. Wander the underground, there will be red rum round the red light. We stampede the wild buffalo, we light firefly lights downtown. We have a honeymoon in the alleys, we do the up and up, we shake the shakedown. We got that hot house jazz. We're gonna dance the night away. We got the music. We got the moonlight shining down on Boundary Bay. We got that hot house jazz. We're gonna dance the night away. We got the music. We got the moonlight shining down on Boundary Bay. And thank you very much, very much. I'm going to hand over the kitchen table to Mr. Blake, who's making his way around the garbage can as we speak.
Woo! Nicely done.
Good job,
Loving
Philip.
it. Our town used to be like your town and a lot of other towns where there were places where we met downtown. We met at the bars and at the coffee shops. And the reason you go to a bar and a coffee shop is that you're going to run into somebody you know who you did not plan to see, and that's what makes it special. And there's not much of that anymore. Our town used to be like your town and a lot of other towns. There were places for you to hang out. We'd just be hanging around. Didn't have any money, you could hang out downtown. That's what a park bench is for. Our town used to be like your town. It used to be like a lot of other towns. Now we're not hanging around anymore. We're staying home. It's a different kind of month. We thought it might be a month. It's a lot more than a month. It's going to be a year. It's going to be maybe more than a year. Our town used to be like your town and a lot of other towns. Now it's kind of quiet. Now it's kind of quiet. It's the summertime and it's not so bad. You can have a friend over to the backyard and you sit around 6-7 feet apart. It's not so bad. You bring your own drinks, and if you need to use the toilet, you go back to your own house. It's not so bad in the summertime, and we're hoping by the time that it gets cold and dark that it's not like this anymore. We see our town used to be like your town, a lot of other towns. We meet each other downtowns, in the little bars. We meet in the corners when the bands played, and we talk at the set break. Our town used to be like your town, and a lot of other towns. Our town is not like that anymore. We don't meet people we know but don't know all that well. We don't meet people we know but can't remember their names anymore. We only meet now people we know very well. We only talk with people we know very well. Our town used to be like your town and a lot of other towns. It's not like that anymore. And it's like nothing I've ever had before. It's not so bad in the summertime, but when it gets hot, you feel the heat and you move a little bit slower. Here where July is kissing August, it's feeling hot, we just move a little bit slower. And we sit around and we remember what it used to be like. When we went downtown, in our town, in your town, all other towns, no longer going downtown. We hope there's still going to be a downtown when the vaccine comes around, because I like going downtown. Because I like going downtown. Run into the people who would be hanging around. I like seeing them in my view. And it bums me out not to see them around. It's true. People whose names I know and don't know. People who I've seen for years, you know. They were the wallpaper of my life, and I don't see them anymore. You know, my town is like your town and a lot of other towns. No longer do we go downtown and hang around. Hey, I miss seeing you around. We're back in the zone here for the second half of the show, or the fourth quarter of the show. I'm not sure where we're at. I'm not wearing a watch.
It's currently 6:24 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time.
Perfect. 6:24. And options abound. I'm feeling the heat. During Phillips said I was standing in the sun. It was just like, getting hot. It's so nice to be hot. Slow down a little bit. It's like, what's the rush? Just slow down. Normally we have to move just to maintain a reasonable body temperature here in the most northwest corner, the most northwest city, the most northwest state. And it's amazing. You can just stand somewhere, the sun hits you, and you're warm. Amazing. For anywhere between 6 and 6.5 weeks a year, it's a possibility. I'm going to sing a song by the great Peter Rowan. I've been a big fan of Peter Rowan ever since I heard him on recordings, and I had the absolute pleasure, a high watermark in my artistic life last summer to spend some time with Peter Rowan. He was playing this song then, and it stuck with me. From my mountain to your mountain, from my mountain to your mountain, from my mountain so high, I'm calling you. From my mountain to your mountain, from my mountain so high, from my mountain to your mountain, from my mountain so high, I'm calling you. We all live on our own mountain so high. We all live on our own mountain so high. I'm calling you. I'm calling you. Great. Keep it rolling. David, you gonna come back up here?
Oh yeah.
Anything we should know from Comment Land? All of our friends out there in cities across the nation who are in their own backyards, their own living rooms right now, thanks for spending your happy hour with us. Next Thursday, with no happy hour in preparation for the big jamboree. Thursday after that, no happy hour in recovery from the big jamboree. Undetermined whether we'll be back the third Thursday in August or if we're going to be all European about it and take 4 full weeks off. Not so sure. That seems like a lot of vacation. A couple guys from the most northwest corner, most northwest city, most northwest state. So we'll see if we can hold ourselves back, because frankly, David and I looked at each other and we said, we don't know if anyone's watching this, but we're really having a good time. So we may really miss it. We're gonna miss it, and we're gonna be back before too long. We'll take a little pause. But I think I started the ramble by asking you if there were any comments.
Robert, when I want to watch the jamboree, what am I going to do?
Stringbandjamboree.com. Yeah. Go to stringbandjamboree.com. It will be on the homepage. The video will be on the homepage, most likely. And if there's not, there'll be directions of where to find it. I recommend a search engine of your choice. I recommend going to stringbandjamboree.com. And if you're local, yes, on Sunday, that's in 2 days, not next weekend, but Sunday, August 2, we're having a pop-up store where you can come and buy Jamboree t-shirts and posters and bandanas and hoodies, because even though we're hot now, it's going to be cold in a few hours. The website has all the information. Now let me tell you about this photo that I took last night. I want to tell you about this photo that I took last night. I can't tell you about this photo that I took last night, 'cause you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. When I get home, you won't be there anymore. But you're gone, you're gone, I can see the way your eyes would light up, kind of like a question. Then we both lied. I want to tell you the story of this photo that I took last night. Oh, but you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. I met your dancers in the seaside bar. They were gorgeous, they were travelers, they were dressed like mid-century movie stars. One from the Ukraine, one from Kazakhstan. The salty air was saying summer in Siam. That's when I got this photo that I took last night. And the breeze was blowing the song. A little after party. party after the bar last night. Better keep it going. Last guitar, the night started to swing. We sang the summer in Siam, and we sang a little Sunny. I played a few ballads and it made them both cry. Kiss her hands and cheek, second night goodbye. You want to see this photo that I took last night? I was long gone. When I get home, you won't be there anymore. You're gone. You're on the other side with the angels that sing. Tell you my stories anymore. I want to tell you the story of this photo that I got last night. It's gone, David Prenderlocken over there on the bow run and running the ship, making sure this signal gets out to the world. Talked about singing ballads in that last song. We haven't sung a ballad in a long time. The word ballad can mean many things. In jazz, it means a slow song, but in folk music, it means a song that was collected by James Francis Child. He collected a bunch of Scottish and English songs, ballads. And his last name is Child, and they put a book together called The Child Ballads. They have nothing to do with children whatsoever. They're not for children. If children are mentioned, it's you know, well, as you'll find out in the next one, it's a potential cause for concern. The child ballads are very dark because you have to have something happen in the story. And if the story is just all happy all the time, it's not much of a story. No, you have to get the drunk English teacher to, give you the words that explain that. But something has to happen. There has to be some darkness, otherwise you can't have light. I think everybody understands that. So James Francis Child puts out this book in the early 1900s called Child Ballads, and people have been confused ever since. This is a child ballad. The king has been a prisoner, a prisoner long in Spain, and Willie of the winds bereaved, with his daughters lame. What ails you, my daughter Janet? For you look so pale and wan. Have you had any sore sickness? Or have you been asleep with a man? sore sickness, nor have I been sleeping with a man. Oh, it is for you, my father dear, 'cause lately come over from Spain. Rise up, my daughter Janet. Stand naked on the stone. He could see with his very own eyes just how her hips had grown. Tell me, was it to a man of might, or to a man of fame? Oh, it was to Willie of the Windsbury, who lately from Scotland came. Well, the king called up his merry men. He called them by two and by three. Before I shall either eat or drink, hanged he will be. Oh, and William came before the king. He fell down on one knee, saying, whatever it is you ask of me, my liege, whatever it is, it shall be. Oh, it is no wonder, said the king, that my Janet should fall for thee. If I was a woman, as I am a man, my bedfellow you would have been. He's mounted Janet on a milk-white steed, himself on a dapple gray. She has more land than she can ride, in a fair summer's day.
Is that the happiest of the child?
That's the happiest child ballad there is. Absolutely the happiest. I love that. I love a happy ending. You know, it's the only child ballad that I sing where everybody is still alive, and there's a marriage at the end of it, and there's also a gender role understanding, which you don't get much in the child ballads. If I was a woman as I am a man, my bedfellow you would have been. He's willing to say, man to man, you're pretty good looking. You don't get that. You don't get a lot of that in any genre, and I appreciate that about that. I'm feeling the ballads is hot, you know. There's something about being hot that's kind of like being at the end of the night, even though you're not at the end of the night because you're just hot, so it's okay to be slow. Wow, I haven't done that one. Parents getting old, parents getting ill. Don't have any kids. I wonder if I will. If I had a second life, I might do things differently. I love the life I have. I love to see what I can see. Freedom of alone. Okay, 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 okay. I'm not 22. I live like I am. No job, no wife, no house. Kiss away the girlfriend. All could change so fast, maybe it will. I'm trying to keep a distance. Trying to get my fill. Freedom of alone. Night. Okay, 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 okay. Freedom of the lonely night. Okay, 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 okay. But try to walk in peace. Broken a few hearts. There was one shattered. Believe when greatness comes. I'm alone in mine tonight, just trying to be good. Anything goes when you're good and gone. I think I know what's happening. I love it when I'm wrong. Whispers in my ear for whom the bells chime. Mother's voice at sundown. I know it's time. Freedom of alone. Night, okay, 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 okay. Freedom of the lonely night, okay, okay. Oh! And the neighbors have arrived, and they've rotated in, and they've rotated out, and we've got some new faces, so I have over here. As we say in show business, the second set is always the...
Yes,
The best set, that's right. You know,
All right.
the first set's like a first date. Everybody's trying. The band is trying. The audience is trying. Everyone's trying, but as Joni Mitchell so eloquently said, the times I love you best are when you don't try at all. You know, and if there's a third set, there's not going to be a third set. If there's a third set is so far away from a first date. A third set is like when you moved in with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and it's been like a year and a half, and things are very real and awkward and revealing and wonderful in a deep way, but challenging and sort of on the brink at times. That's the third set. Don't worry, we're not going there. There's going to be no third set. We don't do third set live stream. Never have. Probably won't ever, but it could happen. Not advisable, not advisable. The second set's right there in the middle. You know, the second set is like it's like a staycation. You know, let's not even dream of things where other people are involved. The second set's like a staycation. You get a case of rosé because it's summertime, and you get a bunch of vegetables from the rabbit farms, and you just stay home and make good food and do the business and drink the rosé all weekend. That's the second set. Second set's coming to a close, but it's been a good ride. We got a few more numbers. And I use the word ride in an American sense there, by the way, not at all in an English or Irish sense, for those of you who are concerned that I got a little bit kind of crass. Nope, not at all, not at all. Amusement ride was sort of the reference I was making there. David, where are you? Picture Neil Young. To keep it there, to remind me of the things I'm working on. I'll be the first to tell you, dreams don't always come true. But they come true more often when you dream the whole day through. Dream, dream, dream your life away. Dream about the pictures and the places and the way. Soul. On my wall, I got a picture of Bob Dylan. Ripped it out of the Rolling Stones on the wall near the sea. Bob, it must be a job to sing the world the truth. 'Cause the times they are a change and the devil's on the loose. So dream, dream, dream your life away. Dream about the pictures and the places and the way. So on my wall, I got a picture of Tom Waits singing into an old soup can, scraping the bottom of the plate. With his rusty voice and his hunched over style. Dreaming of Waits makes me dream with a great big smile. Dream, dream, dream your life away. Dream about the pictures and the places and the way. So refrigerator, I got a picture of Willie Dixon. I never could sing the blues, but in my dreams he's a good addition. Got me a picture of a girl, but that dream never came true. You must dream more than me, 'cause 'cause you're lying next, she's lying next to you. Dream, dream, dream a life away. Dream about the pictures and the places and the way to soul. The song's written by my friend Matt Faulkner down there in South Dakota. He used to split time between South Dakota, South Padre Island, and also one time when he was canoeing between the two places, which you can actually do, he ended up in Missouri, and he has a little place in Missouri too, in this tiny town I believe called Lupus, Missouri. I think it is. He doesn't tour. He doesn't believe in burning gasoline to bring his songs around the world, so he makes up these songs. Jonathan Byrd covers a bunch of his songs, and I sing his songs. Sometimes lots of people sing his songs because they're such great songs. I met him at the Kerrville Folk Festival. I said, I love that song. Would you write down the lyrics for me? And he did. The thing about it is, though, I had to add a verse, and I haven't had a chance to talk to him about it yet. So if you see Matt, just kind of keep it under your hat that I augmented the song a little bit. And there's a reason. The reason is you know, it's... well, a couple of reasons, I suppose. The biggest reason of all is that age is not a number. Age is a phase of worry. And I know I'm in of an age because I'm worrying about different things than I used to worry about. And especially I'm of an age because I worry about children now. I worry about them, so that means I'm older. I'm of a certain phase. It doesn't matter what number you are. It matters where your head's at and where my head is. I'm worried. Because it was so important and influential to me to be roaming through my parents' stack of LPs. Post-divorce, 7 years old, the LPs are in a cardboard box in the basement. The LPs ended up in a cardboard box kind of off to the side, and I discovered the LPs. See, I had to add a verse because before I had Neil Young on the Beach, where everybody knows this is nowhere. Before I had Dylan, Time Out of Mind. Before I had Dylan, Blonde on Blonde, or Highway 61 Revisited. You know, before I had Tom Waits, Nighthawks at the Diner, or Alice. I had a record I found in my parents' cardboard box post-divorce. The LPs were down there. And I found a record called Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. No record in the world exists that is as wonderful as Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band to the 7-year-old. But says to the 7-year-old, hey, come on in. We got these bright colored costume fellas. That attracts the 7-year-old's eyes. But that has all these other people there. These other people. And that says to the 7-year-old is on his way to 8, on his way to 9, is on his way to 16, on his way to 34. It says, hey, there's more to the world to learn about and enjoy. Better get into it. So on my wall, I got a picture of John Lennon sitting naked on a bed, newspaper in his hand. He might be riding loose in the sky through his tangled brown hair. He might be riding, you got to free John Sinclair. Dream, dream, dream your life away. Dream about the pictures and the places and the way. Yeah, thank you. Another wonderful Thursday. How are we doing on time? What's the story?
Currently 6:56
Yeah.
Pacific Daylight Time.
My name's Robert Sarazin Blake. David Penderlocker over here. He's the captain of the ship and the bowron player and the finest Western swing bowron player I've ever met in my life. Thanks for everybody for being here. We'll see you next weekend. From our backyard to your backyard. We're not all there, so we can all be here. Because even in a pandemic, when it's Blackberry time in Bellingham, it's Jamboree time for me. There is a Jamboree that's coming to you. Gather with a group of your choice that you're comfortable with, either intimate or distance. Remember, distancing is mandatory, but suffering is optional. We're aiming to relieve a little bit of that suffering next weekend, so fill the cooler. Watch a couple of the videos there and make some specialty drinks. Bars around town are making and selling both drinks and instructions of how to make these specialty drinks, which means there's fun to be had. There's enjoyment to be had here in the midst of a pandemic from the most northwest corner, the most northwest city, the most northwest state in the lower 48. Go check out stringbandjamboree.com, and next time you see me, I won't be talking about the Jamboree, but I'm going to be talking about it today. You got that right. And we'll leave you with this one here from our brother Hank, who lives in Cork City. For 25 years, he's played every Monday at Charlie's Bar on the Keys there in Cork City. They, like everybody else, are taking a pause. Thanks to Philip Hofmann for singing, and thanks to Karen and Philip for hosting, and thanks to all the neighbors for not only listening but showing great responsible distancing there. You can't see them, but I can, and there's nothing I'm concerned about from what I'm saying. It's great to see you, because we thought you were dead. Come back to life. Did you get out of your bed? It's great to see you. Was that your ghost? You thought you were gone. Burnt toast. It's great to see you. I whisper nothing. Sing softly on your ear. Try not to cut short the moment that's here. Shadow it might be, the feeling's clear. I couldn't ask for anything more. It's all about the times we share. It's all about It's great to see you. Are you gonna stay? Are you here for the long night? Are you leaving at the break of day? It's great to see you. Yeah, it's true. It's great to see you. It's great to be near you. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next weekend at the Jamboree. If you enjoyed the show, or even if you didn't enjoy the, well, no, only if you enjoyed the show. Put a few bucks in the old digital tip jar, and we'll see you when the show starts again. It's been really nice today. Thank you all very much.